Hey everybody, welcome to God X Gaming. Amp One Way here with a little bit of Software Inc. So we're gonna be playing this game. I think I've done this before on the channel, and it's in alpha. So it's an early alpha. It's in alpha 9 now. If you look at the bottom right hand of the screen, you'll see Alpha Steam 9.2.1 OSX Player Software Inc. You can find it on Steam. Cute little simulation type game, which I've played a lot of actually, and really enjoy the game. And I'm bringing Alpha 9 now because they've added a lot of new stuff to it, and I kind of want to dive into it and start a whole new game with you guys here. So we're going to do that right now. Let's jump into it. We're going to start off with calling the company Got Next Studios, of course, because it is Got Next Gaming, and we're going to name my guy Amp One Way, because that's my name, and that's what he is, that's what he's going to be. And we're going to mess around with, how can we randomize them? How do we randomize these guys? I want balls. Give me some bald dudes. Can we get a bald dude? I don't even know if this way I'm supposed to randomize. I don't really care. Give me there we go. Bald dude. I like it. What does founder mean? Doesn't really matter. Head, jaw height, we don't really care about. Jaw width. I got a nice big fat jaw. Ear size. Yeah, I don't have really big ears. And normal, but ear position. Yeah, my ears don't stick out. Nose length. Nose width. Nose depth. Can I turn no, I can't. Eyebrows thickness. Yeah. I got wavy, curvy. No, not wavy, but not thick. Yeah, thick eyebrows. Thick eyebrows for sure. All right. Personality: generous, optimistic. I kind of like to go for more stubborn and optimistic. I am optimistic. I am a bit stubborn in my habits, and I am social. I'm definitely not lazy, and I am a hard worker. But I'm also a fast learner too, so it's a little tough. That's an interesting one. Well, not really going to make a big deal out of it. Face, we're going to put some facial hair on me because I have a goatee. And I do have some scruff too, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're not going to worry about hair. Torso, we're going to call it a... I tend to like to wear t-shirts, so we're going to do t-shirt. Yeah, and then pants are going to be some shorts. Those are too short. Those are like capri shorts, but they're cargo shorts in a way. I wear cargo shorts a lot. Do we have like regular trousers? You know what? We'll above the knee. I don't like that. We'll do those. And glasses. No glasses. Let's do colors. Torso. We're gonna make it a blue shirt. We'll make it blue. Torso. We could do blue, and we'll do the sleeves, blue, the same blue, a little bit darker blue, a little bit lighter blue. There we go, that kind of matches. Apply, perfect. And then the shorts, the legs, we're going to do like a tannish color. Can we do tan? I'll do something more tan-like. Here we go. Yeah. More like a khaki short in a way, right? A little more khaki, kind of brownish. There we go. I like that. Shoes, we can keep the same color as the shirt. I kind of like that, the way that's sitting. Let's make them a little bit darker blue. We'll apply that. And we're going to apply, and we're good there. So good. And we're going to go down here and take a look here. Skill. So we have to do skill. You have programmer, designer, artist, marketer. We're going to make ourselves no lead skill and boost everything else up. And then take down the marketing as well. No marketing skill because I'm not going to market. And we want to have the skill and everything else in here. And then leave the lead and the marketing skill down. We can train ourselves on the lead skill later on, which is what we're going to do. And then we're going to come up over here. We're going to give ourselves... 20 is too cheap and 50 is kind of high in difficulty. And we'll leave it at easy difficulty because I'm a little bitch. And I'm afraid and I want to do it. We'll leave it at 1 day for the month. And that's it. We're going to jump into the game. It's been long enough doing this. So we're going to jump in right now. And here we are. We're in here now. We're going to start building the company. So we're going to start off with... I mean, this is a nice little area, right? We could buy all that up later on, too, if we had to. So this is a good little spot to start with. We're going to do this. And this is our area. And we're going to turn... We're going to turn this way. And we're going to turn... We're going to go in. We're going to zoom into the area. We're going to back up a little bit. WASD keys move you around. The arrows kind of turn you and rotate. And you kind of come into here and we can pick what we're going to do next. And we're going to build ourselves a simple little studio to start with. So let us do something like this. It'll be like our entrance. And then we'll do... what the heck did I just choose? You know what? I took the wrong thing. There we go. We're going to do this as our office, I guess, like spot. 8100. Wow, that's a lot. We can do that. And then we're going to do a smaller little area off of here. Like that. Yeah, okay, we can do that. That's fine. And then we put this over here. And then we're going to put we'll put a single door over here, not to mess things up. No! How the hell did I do that? How the heck did I just do that? Going too fast. All right, so we can't even move the door. I think I lost that money for good. Be careful when you're doing construction because you can lose that money. And then we're going to do this. Is going to be the door going into there. And then we're going to do some windows. Okay, so we're going to do a big window over here and a big window. No, we want this one. Big window over here. Perfect. So that looks like nice. And then we're going to do... I like these windows for the side. You can hold down shift if you want to place multiple things. Like such. We'll do that. And then we'll go in here and we'll do like that and like that. And then we'll do over here as well. I just like the way these look. And we'll try to match this to the back side as well. Perfect. Okay, so this is kind of going to be the start of things. This is going to be simple, you know, nice and simple. We have doorways to everything. Doorway going to the office. This is going to be the studio area. This is going to be... there's some new features in here about distribution, so that's kind of important that we have a room for distribution. We already spent a whole bunch of money building the building, and now we've got to furnish it, which is going to be the fun part. And I might... No, you know what? Let's just jump in there and do it. We'll start things off nice and cheap. I got to remember to hold on shift when I do this, because otherwise we'll be here all day trying to do this. So we're going to put in a bunch of office desks here to start things off. And we're going to go with nice bolstered chair, no wheels though. Uncomfortable plastic chair. We want to go cheap, right? I'm going to go expensive on my chair because it's going to be me starting things off here. So we're going to go expensive for my chair. And then we're going to get ourselves a computer. And we're going to stick that in there. And you're going to have this little warning here for temperature, so we're going to have to put in one of these. And we'll put this up front, and yeah, we could put it there. That's fine. And then we're still going to need air conditioning. The air conditioning can be loud, so you want to be careful where you put that. So put it in that room, because it's not going to make much of a difference. It's not going to affect anything as far as the workers go about complaining about how loud it is. And then... we're programming, right? So the way we're going to start off is going to be super simple. But again, like I said, we're going to need to get ourselves ready to go for distribution. So we'll do this and this, and then that. And then we're going to flip this around. And we're going to put in some tables and put in some printers. This is moving a little slow. I don't know why. Can't get to that one. That pallet's not reachable. Let's move this pallet then. And put it over there. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is going to get a table. And we're going to put this table there, and then we're going to go and get the printer and stick the printer on top of that if we want to print our own copies of software. We can do that. Not going to do that now, though. So what also we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to put in a bookshelf. We'll put that right there. And we're going to add a clock. Bookshelf helps with skill. Clock helps with productivity. And so on and so forth. One of the things we're going to look at early on is servers. Not right away, not to begin with, but as we progress and we start to make back some of the money that we've just spent in getting this little studio going, we're going to take a look at doing that stuff a little bit more too. These colors are kind of drab. We may want to think about... Yeah, this is way too drab of a look for me. So let's do this. Let's go. Can we highlight this room? We can highlight this room. We want to highlight the entire building. And then we want to look at construction material. So the exterior is going to have that kind of brick. I like it. And we're going to do floors are going to be that material. I like that. And we're going to leave that like that. Okay. And I didn't do that right because I didn't hit apply. Make sure that you hit apply every time you do this stuff. So exterior is going to be like that. And then the floors are going to be like that. And then we hit apply. And that sticks. Okay, good. So that's that. Now what we want to do is we want to get the exterior colors. So we're going to do colors. And the exterior color is going to be... How do we do this? I want white. I want plain old white. So I just want straight up white. White, white, white. Apply. Apply. That's nice. Yeah, white is good. And then the floors, we're going to do floors. Floor, we're going to do more like a brownish color. So we're going to move into... like red and blue, right? Red and blue. Now yellow. Can kind of get like a yellow and red in there. Will give us like a brownish color, right? I need a brown color for this. It looks a little dark. We're going to have to add lights in here too. We can stick with that. That looks good. All right, so let's get some lights because it's awfully dark. Yeah. That looks good. Okay, so shift. We're going to make sure we hold shift every time. I do this every time. And we got light in there, and we're going to put some lights in here. Put one over this way. Brighten up that room. And we're definitely going to brighten up this room a little bit more. Yeah. We'll put 4 lights in. We're going to remove this light. We're going to move this. Wait. No. No. We don't want everything. We just want that. We're going to move you to over here. Perfect. I think we could toggle L. Yeah, clears the lights out. If you hit L key, it'll toggle the lights like not visible. So you don't have to see them all over the place, which is fantastic. Let's add a little picture in here right now too. Kind of dress it up a little bit more. And we have our air conditioning. We have our heat. And we're going to leave it at that for now. We're not going to add anything else because, like I said, we're just going to bring in my guy and get him going. We're going to get this company started. Let's go. Let's launch Got Next Studio. So right away, we're going to come in here. We're going to take a look at contracts. And we want to make sure we get a good contract for ourselves that we can make some money right away. That's going to be horrible quality. That's what we want because we want to make it nice and easy for ourselves. And any role, that'll be us coming in. Here comes the bus, waiting to do stuff. Let's go take a look at managing the employee. He can do any job. Right now, we're going to leave it at that because we need me to do any job. And then we're going to go look at teams. And we're going to bring it in 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I guess that works. Let's make it 5 p.m. We're going to work a little bit of a longer day here. And we'll leave it like that. Perfect. So now, let's speed things up. Let's get me in here. Start to do some work. Things are closed right now. nice and quiet. Nice comfy looking studio type of place. And we're going to start doing some work soon. Actually, the floor color kind of worked out nice. I was kind of worried about that. It was going to be off, but I kind of like that. And I think it works out. And there I am doing my work. And we're going to come in here and take a look at this. They've changed the way the progress bars work on this now, so you don't have progress bars for everything. It's just for the initial stages here of when you're doing, I guess, the designing or whatever of it, or the developing, if you want to call it that. But once you get to the top, you have to kind of click it and go. Otherwise, it'll kind of go back and tank the whole software. And then you have to write lines of code. For this, because you only have like a month to do this, you actually have 2 months, believe it or not. The month that you're currently working in, and then the next month to release it. So it's like, works out to be 2 months, really more than 1 month of time. So what we do is we go through here. I let it kind of code for the entire day. This way it gets to, I guess, an appropriate state or an acceptable state for the company that we're doing it for, because it is obviously an outsourced deal. And we do this for the entire day here on this particular phase of it. So it's an alpha and it's doing its thing. We'll probably have well over 6,000 lines of code because we're working until 5 p.m. because we're workaholics. And we get to 6,000 lines of code. Yep. And what I do is, as we leave for the day, I go promote it to beta. This way you can work out the bugs tomorrow during the entire course of the day. You'll have all day today to work on the bugs. And at about 4-ish or 4:30-ish, I'll release it to the company so that they can get their hands on it and we can get our money and get paid for it. So we're currently at $29,000 here. We lost money for the month because we were doing a lot of building of stuff. And it's just kind of the way things go to start things off. So really cool game. I really enjoy this game, the simulation idea behind it and everything else. And I've played it a bunch since like Alpha 6. Played Alpha 7, played Alpha 8. Didn't do anything. I don't think I did anything for Alpha 8 with this. Just kind of played it here randomly. And then I've been messing around with it with Alpha 9 and decided it was time to start up another series here on the channel for this game because I've been playing it on a daily basis and I'm absolutely loving it again. Here we are getting ready now. We're going to do our release at right about 5 p.m. and we get our $9,271 and we're good to go. Let's slow things down because as we come into the morning, I want to get another deal here. This is bad and this is bad. I want horrible stuff. So clock thermostat, horrible. Up front we get $1,300. In the back end we get $9,800. And there is a $3,899 thing for that. If we take a look at this here, we'll see how we made money. $9,700 was the income, $1,259 up front. We got a penalty for every bug that they found of $12 per bug. So it's 37 bugs. We lost $431, and our net profit was $10,530, and it was on time. So here we have potential making $11,178, and we'll try to do that a little bit better. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do less lines of code and start working on the bugs a little bit sooner, especially since this one's going to cost us $49 per bug. And I kind of screwed up on this one because I started it way too soon, and now I'm going to have to suck it up and deal with it. All right. Wait until the morning before you start the thing because then you kind of lose your extra month that you have to work on it. I'll have to get this released by the end of the day, more or less, I believe anyway. So there we go. We'll promote that. We'll go to Alpha. Actually, no, I do have the extra month. It didn't start yesterday. It started today. That's fantastic. So that kind of worked out for us pretty good. So what we're going to do here is we have a lot more lines of code on this one. Wow. 8,000 already. And this must be a much better system for us based upon our skills, and that's why. So I think at about 3 o'clock what we're going to do is we're going to start working on bugs and work on bugs for the rest of the day. And then for the whole day tomorrow. Yeah, let's promote that. We're going to beta now and let him work on bugs for the remainder of today as he fishes them out. He's found about 12 or 14 so far. He's going to go home for the night. Have some dinner, watch some TV, get some ideas for software of his own because that's what we have to do. We're going to develop our own software at some point. And we'll do that drinking a little ice water. We'll do that when we have enough money to hire somebody to help us on the team. Because what we're going to do is we're going to send ourselves out. When we get up to about $60,000 or $70,000, we're going to send us out for training and get somebody else in here to help us out as well, to make the burden a lot less. And then we can kind of start developing our own software too when we do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of transition at this point to where we will come back when we have a lot more money. Alrighty, so we're back and we're about to finish off this piece of software we have here, Pit Stop Logistics application, working out bugs for it. We're at $66,000 in monies here in January of 1981. We're already a year into this in game life anyway. We're about to release this software. Should bring us over 70,000. Definitely will bring us over 70,000. As we get 12,600 for that, brings us up to almost 80,000. All right, so let's stop and pause things and discuss and game plan here a little bit before we jump into things. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to hire at least one more person. And what we're going to do is this first. We're going to take a look at our employees here. So let's take a look at ourselves. We need some training. So maybe we should do that first. We'll send ourselves out for training. We need help in 2D code, 2D network, code network, audio code. Need some help in design stuff as well. We're pretty good at art, interestingly enough. It wasn't what I was trying to go for, but that's fine. We'll take it. I kind of wanted to be more of a programmer. How about I got to be more of a programmer? But maybe we'll just make him an artist and we'll educate him on all this stuff as much as we possibly can. One of the tricks to this game is you need to educate your guy as quickly as possible in everything possible. So he's good at base and system code. We definitely need help on 2D network and audio. Let's do the audio first because that's going to require the most. And let's start the education. Nice thing about this is when he does this, it will skip ahead to when he comes back. So May 1981, we're back. We're going to slow it down one more time. And let's get in here. And we're going to come take a look at him one more time. Let's see where we're at now. So we did... he's not back in yet, so we're not going to see the education of the audio that he just did. So, already scheduled for courses. Ugh. So I guess he has to actually get into the office before we can actually send him back out again. That's crazy. He's going to sit around for a month and do nothing. You know what? We'll work on a project. Let's get some crappy thing in here. Horrible embedded system. We'll work on that. That's what he's going to work on for the day. And we'll do this. We'll get him to work on that. And he's going to finish it today. So we'll work on this bit of it. And we'll get it all the way up and stop. And then we're going to have him do some lines of code till about maybe noon or 1 o'clock. And we'll make some money here this month. 5,000 lines of code already. 6,000 lines of code. Noon. 8,000 lines of code. Let's go to beta. Go to beta. We'll finish that up by the end of the day. And we'll have him make some money for it. Let's pause and go take a look at him right now so we can start him on his next educational course. So audio is definitely up there. So let's educate again. And we're going to do program again. We're going to do 2D code this time because those are his two weakest things in the code area. And we'll do that for 3 months. That should put him to the top there as far as we're concerned. We're still over 60,000 money, which is good. And we're about to get back over 70,000 again with the release of this particular piece of software. As we come to the end of the day, we'll fix the bugs and we'll get into it for sure. Let's see, 25 bugs, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and done. Release. We get another 8,000, puts us back to 70,000, which is fine. So pause one more time. He's going to go away and he's going to come back. Let's take a look at profits here for a quick hot second. So software, that looks pretty good. We just finished that software. I want to take a look at that. And there was this last one here, May 81. So we took quite the hit in penalties here for bugs. $41 a pop, 900. We lost about $1,000 there. And we delivered it 1 month early. We didn't get any bonuses for delivering it early. I mean, come on. It's because we're going away, so we don't need to. Well, whatever. So let's do that. We'll jump ahead again. We'll let it go. He'll come back in September, and we'll pause one more time. Now it is time to go hire a second employee. We are going to do. Since we're teaching ourselves in program, let's go get ourselves a designer who's good on 2D. We'll pay him the top salary. That might be a little steep, actually. We're just starting out here, right? I mean, 2,500 is good. We're going to spend the monies on this. That's a little high, too. Let's go this way. 4,000 is okay. This is where, when we make the money, then we'll start going crazy as far as like finding the top talent. We just got to get started here first off. So let's find the best skill we can. And his compatibility isn't all that important. And Christina Sims, she's 23. She's young. She's got pretty decent skill to considering. And we're going to hire her. We're going to bring her in. She's going to be our designer. You have limited funds to sustain your company if you hire Christina Sims. You sure you want to wait? You sure you don't want to wait? Yes, I don't want to wait. We're going to bring her in now. And we go back to build mode. And we have to get her a chair and a computer. And I know we have limited funds. Like I said, we have 50, 60,000. And I'm okay with that. Nope. That was pretty silly. We cannot do that. We're going to do that. And we're going to try to move this one more time. Oh my gosh. We're having so much trouble here with this. There we go. I think it's the angle we're at. I think that's what it is. There we go. So that'll be her desk. She'll come on in. This room is looking okay for the most part. It's good enough for what we need to do. What we needed to do. We will go back to our regular mode here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take on a contract at 7:20 a.m. And we're going to take on a game asset, I guess. Horrible. Horrible. We like those. They want 2 artists, no designers. Here's a recommended designer, recommended programmer. So we have that for sure. We'll accept the work. We'll send it to there. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the employees here. And Christina Sims, you're going to be our designer. We're going to change your role. We're going to make you a designer. We're going to leave M to do everything as he does, because that's what he does. He does it all. He is the man right now. Now we're going to jump in here and we're going to make some money for the company. It's going to go pretty quick because we're going to have 2 people on it. Or maybe not. Maybe she comes in next month. And we'll work on the lines of code. We'll let them code all day and do that. Where is Christina Sims? I guess she comes in the next day because we hired her. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. July. Compatibility 118%. That's pretty good. I'm going to say that's pretty good. She's going to like working with me, which is fine by me. We want to make friends in this business. But we want to get her in here for the first day. And then I think what we're going to do is wrap this up and move along. And we'll bring it back for a second episode soon. We'll bring it back for part 2. But we're going to finish this up. And then we'll jump ahead to where she comes in and we get her working with us as well. Maybe we start a software piece. Okay, so we're back, and there goes Christina. She's leaving right now from her day. We're going to release this piece of software, get ourselves a few more dollars, back up to 70,000, and that's where we're going to kind of put an end to things here, folks. As we come into the next day at 8 a.m., we're going to pause, and we're going to take a look at developing our own software. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a 2D editor, kind of a little bit of a trick that I've learned in doing this multiple times. You want to start off with a 2D editor and work on it for a good long amount of time. It's going to be default. We're going to add it in and we're going to make it work with a whole bunch of different software things here, operating systems. The latest ones that are out, we'll try to do this one here. And maybe these top 3, maybe not the top 3. This one has 3,000 active users. This one has 6,000. This is 44,000. You know, we're going to just stick with Lion Blind's 5 operating system. It's going to cost us $6,600 in licensing costs anyway. And this is going to be 2 designers. We need a stock library. It's going to need 3 programmers. So it's going to be less than a year to make it, but we're going to have trouble doing it because we're going to need 3 programs, 2 designers, and an artist. We may actually go out and hire another person to do this. Might be in our best interest to do so, but we want to have all of the stuff that we possibly can in here. So we want to try to make this as good as possible. Innovation medium, stability medium. I mean, is it going to be any expected interest? You see, that's the thing. Like, expected interest goes up to 100%. Usability is going to be high. If we add all those pieces in, we're going to suck it up and we're going to do it. It's going to be amazing. I haven't picked a name for the software yet. That's fine. Product name. Let's go into product details here. And let's rename it. Can we rename it? How do you rename it? How to rename this? Change software name. There we go. Product name. We're going to call it... It's a 2D editor, so it's like Photoshop, right? So we'll call it Next Shop. Does that sound stupid? It does sound stupid. Next Shop. Or Next Vision. No. Next Shop it is. I like Next Shop. It's quirky, it's funny, it's stupid, it's whatever it is. It's fine. So let's go ahead and jump in here and get them to work on it. It needs 2D. We trained ourselves in 2D, which is good. We have a designer, and we're just going to work away at it and do the best we can here. We're going to get our quality up, and we're going to be working on it for quite some time. Quality goes to bad, and it goes to mediocre, and we don't want to overdo it. And then you have marketing here as well that you can do, and we're going to have to put like press releases out and make a press build and try to hype it up and get followers on it. It's really interesting how they've kind of broken this down now, and we're going to have to fix the hungry employee thing. Forgot all about that. We need to get a water cooler in here and a vending machine. So outstanding quality. We're going to promote it. They're going to start working on lines of code. I am going to go in and bring ourselves in a vending machine and a cooler, but I'm going to put an end for this one here. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking this out. I will be bringing more Software Inc. Probably doing a full series on this one, and for as long as I possibly can, or for as long as Gottneck Studios exists and doesn't go bankrupt. And we will continue to do this to see how it's going to work out for us going forward. But thank you guys again for stopping by and checking it out with me. Please leave your comments below. Leave a like for the video, and I will be bringing you more very soon. Thanks for stopping by, and goodbye now.